JoeTheFinanceGuy.com.
All right, we're on.
I tried to put up a funny comment, Superman rules and Batman drools, but the way I spelled it, it looks like Superman rules. So it looks like they both. It looks like they both drool. I didn't even get it. I didn't even get it off.
That didn't even work out.
Yeah, that's bad execution on my part. Thanks for pointing that out, brother Ryan. And anyways, I have dyslexia. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I'm actually in the middle. And Ryan, if you're watching and listening, I want you to know that I'm in the middle of all that. I'm just getting some questions that they wanted back. But right now, the person that I got for you, which you know about, it has to do with like a financing type payment type thing. Up Joe the Finance Guy's option. But Ryan, I got something for you, so you'll be seeing it soon.
Joe the Finance Guy, how are you, my friend?
I am doing. This week has been
hell.
It was a good week. It was.
It was a good week. I thought you had a bad week.
I did, but I'm going to keep it light. And
all right.
I'm going to keep it light.
We won't dig into all the drama. Well, I've got drama.
I didn't want to dig into that side of it, but a lot of good things came about it, and it was good. It was good. So
all right. Well, I'm excited for you. I have to report to you that I still have not watched Obi-Wan, but I saw funny.
Man. The show's over.
I saw a meme about it though. Did you see that meme? Like,
no,
it was the Obi-Wan fans wanted, and the guy, I guess he's the actor from the show. He's got his shirt off and he's chiseled chest and 6-pack abs and that, and then it said the Obi-Wan, the show delivered, and then he was like an old, depressed, like just trying to survive kind of guy. I'm like, oh, so it's like real life.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but it just.
I actually think it's really good, and this last episode was pretty good. So I was
5. They're on 5 episodes now.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think it is number 5. And I wonder if the next one's the last one. I don't know how many episodes.
Yeah, I have no idea. I saw Stranger Things is back out too. Have you been watching that?
No, I have not.
I haven't watched that either. So I did watch the first 3 seasons of Stranger Things. If you guys want to talk about that, we can. I thought it was one of those shows where the first season was so good, like classic all-time TV good, right? But then the second one, they lost me. And the third one, I was like, why would anybody even watch this crap anymore? I did watch them all, but I have no interest in even checking out the fourth one because I was so disheartened by the third episode, by the third season. I was like, yeah, this is just stupid. It's, to me, too unbelievable is the problem, right?
I'm sorry. I was actually sharing. Somebody wanted the link, so I apologize.
It's okay. I was carrying that space. I didn't realize. All right. Anyways, before Kenny D gets on me for talking too much.
Oh my gosh, no.
What would you like to start the show about, brother?
I don't know. I was thinking about this today, and I really want to talk about. I'm like impressed. I'm down to 253.
Oh yeah, well, let's talk about that. So, Joe and I, for those of you who are not familiar with Joe and I, first of all, you should probably put the disclosure up while I give the verbal disclaimer.
Yeah,
all the
banners, and yeah. It's funny. Like I have to.
All right, all the opinions of this show from Joe Stepke, aka Joe the Finance Guy, and me, Ira Bowman, are our own sole opinions and not the expressed, written or otherwise, of Rent-A-Center or. Help me with the other one. My brain is Acima Credit. That's right. Okay. So there are opinions. They're not Joe's employer's opinions at all. Okay. So there you go. We got that out of the way. So it's just a little legal disclaimer. So you know that what we're talking about is just, 2 guys having fun. The premise of the show is pretty simple. If you have never seen A Cup of Joe before, Joe and I are really good friends and we like to chit chat. And one day I thought, you know what? There's probably other people out there who would be entertained just by watching us chit chat. So
Exactly.
it's called Cup of Joe because it's fun to have a cup of coffee. And if you know anything about me, I'm always drinking coffee, although relatively what we're about to talk about, I'm drinking water now. So, but Joe and I just the idea behind the show is get together once a week, 60-minute or so conversation, talk basically about whatever's going on in our lives, not scripted. So I
Correct.
would say it's kind of like Seinfeld. It's a show about nothing.
Nothing.
But we talk about on a regular basis. We do talk about some things. Hello, Mariella is on the show watching from Facebook. Thanks for joining us. We talk about comics because Joe loves comics. I happen to be a Superman fan. Joe happens to be a Batman fan. So I tease him mercilessly about that, even when I don't execute it properly. Like I had a misfire here earlier today in the comment section. That's okay. Joe still loves me, and he knows I'm doing it from a good place.
Of course I do.
But we talk about like Karate Kid and Netflix shows and stuff.
Yeah,
So
I can't wait for that to come back out.
we're just talking about Obi-Wan here, and Joe asked me to watch Obi-Wan like 3 weeks ago, and I told him I would. And then I forgot, and I said, okay, remind me. And then he forgot. And so I forgot. And then this week, I have just been having a bad week, honestly. So the show I've been watching, I know you guys, probably some of you will tease me for this.
Peaky
Hey,
Blinders.
there's Mr. Michael Connor, my buddy Mike.
Peaky Blinders.
The show that I've been watching actually at night, just to kind of try to relax, is Downton Abbey.
What?
Yeah, I've seen it before.
What?
I like it. Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Yeah, Downton Abbey. I like it. I watched it before all the way through. I think it's really well done. So I'll watch it again. But
I would not have. I actually, wow, you just floored me on that one. I would not.
Do you remember when I was living with my in-laws when we were trying to sell my house in Texas?
Yep.
So they were watching it when I got there. And I was trying not to be rude. Like, they're letting me live with them and it was free. I didn't have to pay anything. That was awesome. They bought all my food and everything. It was amazing. So every night they would watch Downton Abbey. And they had another show that they watched. There was a couple of them that they watched, Navy SEALs, something stupid, and another one about a doctor. I don't know. Anyways, it's kind of like soap opera shows to me, but
Right.
But I did like Downton Abbey. It's old. If you have never seen it before, it's like from the 1800s, the turn of the century, 18th into 1900s. So the 19th century into the 20th century, in England. And yeah, I'm not going to have a believability problem, Ryan, because I ain't going to watch it. I mean, they lost me. Like, there's nothing that anybody could do to get me to watch that show at this point. But Downton Abbey, I'd rather watch. Oh, Thor would kill them both. I don't know about that. I think every superhero could potentially match Superman, but I don't know any of them that could actually beat him. But again, I don't know if that's.
And I'm going through some of. I know it's not matched up. I'm actually getting caught up because remember we switch off every week, so Ira is a lot more in tune to doing this, and I am not. So yeah, that's all right.
Okay. Just talking about superheroes. See, right. I think superheroes, there's really a couple categories, and you and I have talked about this, and this is why I think Batman would never win, because Batman doesn't technically have superpowers other than he's rich, which I would like to be rich, but I'm not. But he has. I mean, I'm saying he's obviously a good fighter, right? He was trained in martial arts,
right.
So he's got that, but he's got all these cool toys or.
Right.
Whatever you want to call them. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Just like in the comic, he's got all these cool gadgets. So to me, anybody that could actually, like the Man of Steel, if you hit him, it doesn't hurt.
Right.
Okay. You could shoot a missile at him. It doesn't kill him. I mean, to me, and the guy has like laser beams that come out of his eyes. He blows cold breath. He can move at the speed of faster than the speed of light, and he can fly. I mean, he doesn't need any gadgets. But
Mike is right. There are a million people that would hand Superman this stuff, but it's because of the kryptonite too.
Well, I understand. He's got a weakness. They all do, right?
Oh my God. My wife said something. Hey, Happy likes Downton Abbey. He thinks it's elegant.
I don't know.
Happy is from Iron Man, Ira.
Okay.
So,
well, there you go. I like Iron Man. See, like with Thor and Iron Man. Well, Iron Man's kind of like a Batman guy, though. The difference is he's wearing like a super suit that makes him, So I would say that Iron Man and Batman are on the same level, in my opinion. But again, I'm not a comic book expert.
Right.
Joe has a pedigree of this stuff. Just look at his wall.
Are
So
you talking to me? Oh my gosh, my wife is talking to
Iron
me.
Man
Iron Man 3
3
fake fan.
fake fan.
I said it was from. Hold on a minute. Anyways, all right. So the
Oh, wait a minute. So your wife is busting your chops right now?
yeah, she is.
I love it, Jen. You are awesome.
She is. Because I just said Iron Man. I didn't go to what part or what movie.
You didn't say what version and what minute in the movie it was.
Right.
But in his defense, Jen, he was talking to me, and I wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah, yeah. And Mike Jen Stepke dropping the real knowledge. Yes, she is.
Captain Marvel all the way.
Oh my God, no.
I don't know who Captain Marvel is. I'm just gonna.
She's actually. Well, actually, I do like her, and if everything would have went well, she probably could have defeated Thanos, but it didn't go well.
I have no idea. But there's characters like the Hulk, and to me, like Superman is better than the Hulk, even though the Hulk's one of my favorite characters. Just in a fight, I would pick Superman over Hulk because Superman can fly, and I know that Hulk can jump really high because he's super strong, and it seems like every movie he gets more and more strong. Like they make it just a little bit more. He's got more like those super powers, but he can't breathe. He can't breathe cold air. He can't shoot laser beams. He can't fly. He can't move at supersonic speeds like Flash or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? But I would put like Flash and Hulk and all those on like one level. So for me, just to complete the three tiers, right? You've got the first tier, which it's all aided by outside things, like their gadgets or whatever. Then you've got the people who have some really cool powers, but it's limited to just like that main thing.
Right.
Like Sandman. Right? You guys kind of get what I'm going. And again, I don't know. I mean, look, it's all make believe anyway, so you have to buy into the whole thing. But
right.
With the skills that they're supposed to have, I think that Thor and Superman and Wonder Woman and those people would all beat people like the Hulk or Sandman I mean, these are the people that I know.
I got a whole basement, Mike, that says you're wrong.
You guys aren't real nerds. Hand in your nerd card. Now, first of all, I'm a nerd, but I'm not a comic book nerd. Like, I never claimed to be. I didn't even know the difference between, now, catch me now, DC and Marvel. I got it now. But I didn't know that 3 years ago. That's something I learned by talking to Joe on his show.
Yep.
I couldn't tell you the difference between DC and Marvel in full disclosure, but I know there is DC and Marvel.
Did I tell you that was last week? Remember I talked to the one publisher part of our group.
Oh, he's busted me on so much for the believability clause. Well, I mean, again, you have to buy into the thing. But even from the show, right? Like, so Stranger Things, if you guys want to know why I think it's so unbelievable, if you remember the first season, like nobody knew about any of this stuff. Now, by the third season, it was like the whole town was entrenched this thing. And how is it a mystery at this point? You know what I mean? Then if everybody knows, then and anyways, there was a lot of holes.
All right, can we go? I really want to talk about. I'm down to 253.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about health now. I'm at 200, so I weigh myself once or twice a week. I weighed myself. Usually, I do it right before I take a shower. Just in full disclosure, I don't know why anybody cares, but I figure clothes weigh something, so I'm gonna be. In full disclosure, I'm going to be in the buff, which is more in the blubber. If you look like I do, I'm a little overweight. So, anyways, but I don't have any clothes on. I got to 200.0. So I got excited by that because I'm like, okay, 200.0. Maybe if I weigh myself today, a couple of days later, I'll be that magical 199.99. I don't even care, right?
I can tell you how to get there. You know what you do?
Yeah, you said stop drinking water.
Just go on a fast tonight from 6. Like stop eating after 6.
Yeah, which I won't even eat dinner till after 6. But okay.
Okay. Well, anyways, listen, it was a try, but
yeah,
6 to whatever, and do a brisk walk in the morning.
So can I tell you that I really and I know this is important, and I'm just being honest with everybody. I have gotten away from my walks and exercises, and I need to get back into it. And I have started to do some push-ups in the morning, but I really wanted to get up. I woke up at 6 a.m. this morning. And if you know anything about me, you know that's really, really early for me. I was awake. My mind was awake, but I was struggling with a little bit of depression. So I wasn't able to get my ass out of bed. Pardon the expression there, but I wasn't able to get out of bed and get to walking. But I'm trying to build up my mind to get back in that place where I can walk, because I know it'll be good for me. It'll be good for me in a variety of ways. But I'm just being transparent with
Right.
everybody. Like,
No. I'm with you. Sometimes it's a struggle to do it. The second workout for me every day is the struggle, but I'm telling you, I feel so much better after when I do the walk in the morning. And whether I'm talking on the phone, I'm listening to music, whatever it is, I feel great afterwards. 45 minutes, 45 to 50 minutes of doing that, it's just awesome. So I think Tia was talking about the Stranger Things.
your wife just gave you a big compliment. Did you see that?
Yep, I put it up there too.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
I just saw it.
I did. That was one of the things I said. Thank you. And on there,
Who am I looking at? That's her dad?
No. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's her dad. Sorry. I don't even have the screen on large for me. So
Yeah, no, it's okay. I was just looking at it.
But yeah, that's her dad, the one you already know that he passed away in February on Valentine's Day, as a matter of fact, to go see mom.
Wow.
So, but he was a great man. That's the one that I told you about, that all the sales and everything else. The stories that the person had, and I remember he would tell me stories ever since I first met him, all the way to, all the way up until, God, he just was always telling me stories. And one of the things that I remember the most, and you heard me talking about one of my friends, Michael Bennett, he's the CEO of Buddies. And Michael would come over when he was visiting in the region. He would come over, and we'd always have dinner at the house. Jen would cook sausage and peppers, and it just great dinner. And Dad was there, and he was talking to Michael and I about different sales tactics and everything else that he used, because he was an insurance salesman.
Yeah.
And he was a manager. And one of the things that he talked about was, like, when he heard a no, it was just that person wasn't in the right program.
Sure.
So he would go and
he had Zig Ziglar in his brain.
Yep. And it was fun. Michael was down. We were doing he was doing like a VP meeting with all of us in there. And next thing you know, Michael referenced Dad in that meeting and talk about what he learned from him. And that was like, it was great to have both of those, even though that Dad always helped me, with that. It was great that both collided in there. So I love that. So, but wife, thank you very much. I know you're super proud of me, and it just keeps coming off. So, and put your belly on the towel rack. Oh,
I do have
$199.
Yeah, I do have something funny to say about that. I mean, this may be TMI, and I don't know. I mean, if you guys are interested in our
I want to hear about it.
In our health journey, but I cannot see my scale when I'm standing on it, right? So I have to, because it's one of those, you're supposed to set it to 0 and then you step on it.
Yep.
And then it takes a certain amount of time to calibrate the weight, and then you can move and you could actually step off it. But I can't see it while it's calibrating, so I'm always guessing, is it there yet? I just hang on a half a second longer just to make sure, and then I step off.
It doesn't beep?
No. Yeah, this one's older. I don't know.
Mine beeps, so I know. But when I got the music on and I'm about to jump in the shower, then I guess. I just take an educated guess and
yeah. Well, I'm. It's almost always there, so it's just funny because he said put your belly on the towel rack. I'm not tall enough to put my belly on the towel rack. Just a full disclosure, Mike, because I'm not 6'5". I'm 5'7". So, but I could put my belly on the countertop. So, there's that. I mean, again,
Oh
for
my
all of
God,
you
I
who
was
think
just thinking that. You're right. The towel rack. I'm just thinking towel rack for me is like, it's like right about at my
yeah,
chest.
like if I wanted to put my man boobs on there, I could do that. But
Yeah, but Michael Connor is like huge.
I know he's a giant. He's thinking that we're all his height.
Right. And definitely, Mike, I'm not. I'm about as tall as, well, I'm probably a little
Well,
bit.
he's taller than me. I mean, you're 5'10", right?
Yep, I'm
Yeah,
5'10".
yeah.
Unless Jen or my kids say
Ryan
something.
is 6'3", and I still think that picture of me jumping next to him is pretty cool.
Right.
One of my favorite shots of 2022 for sure, that I didn't take at least. His wife is so cool. I'm hosting that event on August 4th. And so his wife, Brianna, is going to be one of my speakers at the event. I'm really looking forward to it. It's called the SoCal Business Network Supercharger. And it's going to be in Escondido, California, which is just north of San Diego, on August 4th. And people are like, what is this thing all about? It's really about two things we're doing together. So we're having networking event live, up to 500 people. So I'm hoping to get 500 people there. I just launched the Eventbrite tickets. So if you want, it's free admission. But people can come and network because I'm all about networking. And then there's going to be speeches by people like Brianna Jackson, and they're going to give you some motivational and inspirational messages with tips on how you can supercharge your business efforts. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So Ryan is going to be there too. Ryan Jackson, who's here in the comments, and he and Mike have this date with a mat. They want to roll around on a mat and, I don't know, like relive their glory days. So if that happens, I will hopefully get that on video. That will be a lot of fun.
That'll be awesome.
My belly is at the right height. Yeah, I know. Thanks, buddy. He's a foot taller than me. This is the strangest convo to step into halfway. Oh, this isn't even our strangest conversation ever. I mean,
here, hold on a minute. Hold my beer.
Yeah,
I got this one. We can get.
Yeah, or as the kids, I think the kids say, bet, bet, right? That's the new way to say hold my beer. The kids say bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I need to wrestle one day.
We were just talking about that, Mike. I didn't forget. Yeah. They wanna I don't know what it was for, but I think it was just a workout originally, but it's become a bigger thing. I don't know. I plan to arrive July 30th. Sweet. So I don't know what I'll actually be doing. I actually got a message from Ryan's wife earlier today, like, I can help. It's like, I'd only have the venue from 6:30 in the morning that day to, I don't know what time I have to be out of there, but the event actually goes from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. But I'm thinking about doing a VIP ticket that includes a dinner on the ground. So we might actually have the place longer, but I have to kind of see about that. But general admission, I'm the baddest pink belt. Pink, there's not really a pink belt, right, Mike? I think that's not.
No, there's no. I've never heard of a pink
That's
belt.
what I'm saying.
Maybe
So
there is.
I could be the baddest pink belt. I don't have a belt. I have the belt that holds my britches up. That's all the only thing belt I got. Talking about business, I'm super happy to announce that Steve got 4 new bands for the studio and 4 new studios.
That is awesome, Mariella. Great job.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Awesome. Great job.
Yeah.
Well, behind every great person, there's a greater significant other. So
yeah, certainly true in our cases, eh?
Yeah. Well, I know mine is. Of course.
Mine too.
That's very true.
Even when we're not, in the most happiest of places, I still know that I'm very, very fortunate. I take this weird conversation over most twice on LinkedIn. Right. That's the whole point. This show is not about anything. It's just about whatever Joe and I want to talk about. How far is it from San Bernardino? Escondido to San Bernardino is 90 minutes. 90 minutes max. You would just go down 91 or 60, depending on where you are there, and then go down 215. 215 turns into 15. 15 runs right into Escondido about 25 minutes before you get to San Diego. So there you go.
I tick her off too because I just noticed it's on. Ira, I'm sorry. You know how long it takes me to do this stuff.
Oh, I don't care. People know that the expressed views of the show are not of that of SEMA credit or Rent-A-Center at this point. But you could put your website up or my website up in the banner. Or
you know what?
You got comments. You got comments for the show. You guys could throw them at us. I mean,
where is it?
Don, we're thankful that you're here. Again, this show, for those of you who are new, I hate to disappoint you. There is not really a topic of conversation per se. We always talk about a few things because Joe's in the finance business. He's trying to help retailers to increase their sales. I'm in the digital media space. So we typically will talk about those things. I had a client today ask me about websites. And so if you don't mind, we could talk about that. But
Yep.
the idea was, or the question was, what do you do and how do you do it? So a person paid another company to build a website. And basically what they did, Joe, is they just installed the theme. They didn't change out the graphics. They didn't change out the copy. They just went and installed the theme and they charged them $2,000. And I thought, I mean,
Wow.
you could
And look
get,
at what you did for me.
but I'm just saying you could get most of the hosts like Bluehost or
Right.
Host or GoDaddy or whatever. You could get most of them to do that as just ordering their hosting service. So why would you pay for that? I don't know. But obviously the person was very upset, but now they feel like they've wasted $2,000, which they have. And I was like, well, my website build outs now are $5,000. That's my minimum charge. It's $5,000. I just put it out there. If you're curious, if you go to bowmandigitalmedia.com, you can actually see every price for every single thing I charge. I don't have a mystery. Like, I like it when people know what they're in for. You can read what the products are and what they include and stuff. But we build a custom website. Now, do we start from themes? Yes, we do, because there's a lot of work there that we save and time that we save from doing it. But we
Right.
go ahead and then we custom everything and anything that you want. So from videos that roll in to the colors to the fonts, buttons, number of graphics, you want to add any plugin you want or those things, we do it. The websites that we build out typically have a home page, an about page, a contact page, a services page, some type of media page or partners tab, and then whatever else you might need, including things like Calendly links for your team, videos, for your YouTube channel, blogs, and then we do custom graphics. So we'll create like your logo and make everything.
Videos.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell them a website to go to look at all that stuff too.
Right. JoeTheFinanceGuy.com, for example, right?
Yeah, that was
my very first one.
first one.
Yeah. So
And it's awesome.
the latest one that we finished, if you guys want to check out one, it would be BarrettFoundation.org, which is BARAT Foundation.org. That's the latest one. That's got a 360 video in the header. That's really cool. We're excited about that. There's some e-commerce parts in that too.
How do you spell it? BARRETT?
No, single of everything. So BARAT and then the word foundation and then .org, BarrettFoundation.org. So that's a nonprofit in New Jersey that serves the New York City area. And it's they do community art by the community for the community, which is really cool. So they have groups in and they work on projects and then they display those projects all throughout the community. It's really a neat thing. But the biggest challenge for us was that 360 video, how to serve up a 360 video of their space without, that's it right there. So if you guys want to check it out, BarrettFoundation.org, you can see it. That's an example of our work. But we turned that website around fairly quickly. We're doing one now for a private organization, which has a public face and a private side. And then we're doing another one for one of my friends in a group that I'm in. It's called Verbal Bridges. It should be done really quick. We're almost done. But they are teaching German, Spanish, and I forget the other one. 3 languages anyways. They're teaching 3 languages, and I can't remember the third one off the top of my head. But anyways, they have an LMS component. So they had worked with an app developer to build out the LMS part. But we are building out the public portal, if you will. That is robbery. I think he's talking about.
Hey, he's talking about the 2000 for the
yeah.
I'm sorry, I was getting caught up, Ira, because like I put this on here, Don Hickey, and actually I went to high school with Don. Great guy. Views are on point with mine and stuff, and I follow him on Facebook too. So Don, thanks for coming. If I remember correctly, and Don, if you're still here watching, he used to play the trombone, I believe, back in high school. And my son plays the trombone now too, which is just awesome. I played the clarinet when I was in
Yeah,
band.
we talked about that for the chicks.
But no, I didn't do it for the chicks.
We talked about that last week. We decided
No,
that
we said
male clarinet players and flute players are smart
Right.
because that's where all the girls were at.
That's right. That's what we said. It was not that I did it clarinet. I think I did clarinet just for the I can't even remember. I think it was just the ease. I wanted to be in band. I don't know.
Yeah. I played the drums. In full disclosure, my sister played the drums, and so I wanted to be like her, so I played the drums too. That's cool. Yeah, free ticket. So if you guys are in the area, if you want to come down from Santa Barbara, Mariella, it's free general admission. In fact, Mariella, if you're interested in coming and you're interested in being an MC, I could even get you on stage if you want to volunteer and get some FaceTime. But that
was Nick too. Nick also did it as well.
Yeah. The event is going to be, I think, a really cool thing. That I've got 10 speakers signed up. They're going to give, 10 or so minute speeches with tips in them. And then we're doing 2 breakout sessions for networking. Plus the speakers will have, their stuff with them if you want to buy their book or whatever. And we're doing a lunch. So they say there's no such thing as a free lunch, but there is in this case because I'm providing it. So I'm paying for everybody to eat.
I just want to. What is the menu like?
We're talking boxed lunches here, so we're talking like turkey sandwich, chicken sandwich, ham sandwich, or vegetarian sandwich. Chips, cookie, soft drink, or bottled water.
That's
$24 each for me.
Is it
plus service fees and taxes on top of that?
And just is it a special company that's doing it, like that you want?
So I'm hosting this at a place called the California Center of the Arts in Escondido. It's a really, really upscale place. It's a place where they have like fancy orchestra events and professional music concerts and things like that. And then people get married there, so there's wedding receptions. But they have this huge ballroom and stage. And that stage is usually where the band is, right? But one of the reasons why I'm getting it is because, I'll just be full disclosure here. Everybody likes the way that I talk to people. I lay it out on the line. Some of the speakers have a desire to become keynote speakers or motivational speakers for money, right? And some of them actually are getting paid now, but they don't have a huge media kit. Again, if you want to see what a media kit is, go to Bowman Digital Media and go to my media kit. There's an example there. So I'm going to be taking photos because I'm a professional photographer. So I'm going to be taking photos and we're going to video the speeches so that the speakers who speak can have this on their media kits. And then that will help them generate more speaking opportunities. I also have somebody who's a podcast host with a really popular podcast. It's an award-winning, serious podcast. He's coming. He's going to interview all the speakers while they're there for the show. So they're going to get also, besides the pictures and the video, they're also going to get a podcast experience. So everybody who comes is going to get at least 3 different types of materials to put on their media kit. So that's going to be pretty darn cool. But next to the stage, I ordered everything. Like if they had it available, I ordered it. So I hate to tell you how many thousands of dollars this thing is costing me. I'm embarrassed to mention it, but it's a lot. Anyways, next to the stage, on stage right and stage left, are these giant screens, like 20 feet tall. And so the people are going to have themselves on the stage next to the podium. And then in the photos, they're going to have at least one of the screens in every photo, but probably both in some of them. It's just going to be really, I think, visually impressive because of the quality of the photo. First of all, it's not going to be taken with a cell phone. We're talking about using my high-end camera gear, right? With these thousands of dollar lenses that I use. And from multiple spots. I had a guy reach out to me. He's like, "Hey, Ira, I'm interested in becoming the keynote speaker for your event." And I thought, okay, let's talk. But then he was kind of offended when he found out that he had to pay for that privilege. I'm like, well, that's how I'm paying for the facility, bro. But he goes, before this is what was funny. He goes, And he legitimately does keynote speaking, but he goes, I don't have any video to show you of my speeches. And I said, well, that's in part probably because you never paid anybody like me to record it for you.
Correct.
You know what I mean? When you get paid to speak or asked to speak for free, they don't typically give you that stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yep.
this is a unique opportunity for the speakers to build their portfolio, if you will, what we
Correct.
call the media kit. So that's why people are paying to speak. It's not that they've never spoken before. Some of these people are TEDx talkers. You know what I mean? They've done TEDx's.
Right.
So yeah, it's people like I told them, I said, don't consider it that you're paying to speak. Consider it that you're paying me, you're hiring me to record you and photograph you on a stage in front of a live audience of up to 500 people. And by the way, I'm going to broadcast you all over social media for the next 2 months. And I'm going to give you a backlink on several spots to your website, which
Right.
is SEO work. And you know the value of these things. Not everybody does. And I don't think he understood it. But anyways, like, you're getting a screaming deal. If I told you what these guys are paying, which I'm not going to do, but if I told you what they're paying, you'd be like, that's it for all of that. You know what I mean? So people like me who understand the value of it, it's very little. It's a very small investment in yourself for what you're getting. The SEO value alone is worth more than the fee. But yeah.
Well, I could be a keynote speaker, but I don't have any video evidence of that.
But that's the thing, you wouldn't have to, because at the end you would, right? I mean, that's the whole point.
That's true. I agree.
So if you go to my media kit, right? If you go to Bowman Digital Media /media kit, which I think
Right.
is all it is, but it might be media / or hyphen kit. Anyways, if you go there, I have it on the thing. You can see my TEDx talk.
Right.
What makes the TEDx talk so powerful is the videos right there. You can watch the speech.
I thought you only had a little bit of the video on there, not the whole thing.
I have the whole thing there now.
You have the whole thing there now. Hey,
what's different with Joe? Looks different. You know what looks different? He is slimmer.
Yeah, I'm 30 pounds lighter.
He's 253.
Yep.
Last week you were 269.
No, my gosh, no. I know I was last week it would have been 250.
Oh, okay. So it's just been a couple pounds.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't want to minimize it. But,
I mean, it really has.
Yeah, I'm not trying to minimize what you've done. I'm just saying.
No. But it has been healthy. Like, at least I think it's healthy. Like 2.5 pounds a week almost. So
yeah,
I'm happy about that part. But thank you, Alicia. I appreciate that.
She's here for you, not for me. Your wife's talking to you. My wife's talking to you.
I'm just such a likable person. It is funny. I said something to my wife yesterday. You either love Joe Stepke or you hate him, and man, it is so true.
I think that's true for me too. I think most people like or hate me. There's not much in the middle.
It's either you love me or you hate me, and it's all right. I mean, sometimes life just throws something at you, and you just got to do certain things.
I love you, Joe. I'm in that camp.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, Ira. Thank you. And I know my wife loves me very much too. This is going to be an awesome Father's Day. Do you have any plans for Father's Day, Ira?
I don't know. I mean, there's always church for us. So Sundays, it's weird. Sunday holidays for us are always weird because we have church, like even Christmas or Easter or whatever. So we just have to kind of roll with it. But I have no idea. Certainly I don't plan Father's Day. But in full disclosure, I don't plan any of the holidays. My wife does all that. And I was not even here for Mother's Day. And I didn't get my kids help getting my wife anything for Mother's Day. So I feel really, really guilty about it. So I'm just like, let's just cancel Father's Day.
Let's cancel Father's Day and skip it.
Let's just skip it because I feel tremendously guilty for that. So, I mean, just in full disclosure, I'm not a very good husband or father.
Oh, stop that, Ira. I think if anything, and I'm not one to give advice on any type of relationship type things, but I think it's we all make mistakes on things. And
well, if it doesn't get on my calendar, it doesn't get done. And yeah, I'm not excited about that, but they did get me.
I am, Alicia. That's great that it's already ordered and wrapped. So
Yeah, it just makes me feel even more guilty, honestly, every time I look at it as I walk by it. I'm like,
well, then Alicia, don't worry. I'll keep putting it up here a couple times.
you I had my I love that trifle, by the way. That trifle is like the world's best dessert. There's nothing better than that trifle on the planet to eat. It's like chocolate pudding with cake and Jello, not Jello, excuse me, Cool Whip, and then
Wait a
hard
minute, I saw that on Friends.
hard chocolate candy.
And turkey gravy and
No gravy. No. Let me say it again. Chocolate pudding,
yes,
chocolate cake,
uh-huh.
Cool Whip, and hard crushed Heath candy bars on the top. Just, yeah, I need one of those. Thanks, buddy. Anyways, for Mother's Day, I was coming back from Texas, and I was thinking about, not that it was Mother's Day, I was thinking that it was Sunday, and I wasn't sure how far away I was going to be from the airport because we were at that ranch. So, and I was relying on a shuttle service, not an Uber or something that I could do on my own. So what I'm thinking in my mind was, well, I'll just get back late on Sunday night to relieve the pressure, because I suffer from anxiety. Right. So to relieve the pressure of traveling, I'll just get home late. And then my wife goes, I think it was a couple days before that, she goes, "What time are you getting home on Sunday?" And I'm like, I might get home before midnight, maybe, like 11 or something. And she goes, "Oh, so you're missing Mother's Day." And at that point, I already knew, but I didn't even think about it. You know what I mean? I hadn't helped my kids at all. And where I was at that point, I don't have internet access. It's spotty at best because I'm out in the middle of nowhere, 2 hours away from Dallas, right? 1,600 acre ranch. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I'm basically useless here. So yeah, I feel guilty about that. Anyways,
I'll share a story, and if Jen's on, I know that she'll chime in, because this was not. She'll say that I'm wrong in this. So there was one Mother's Day, and my wife is not a big present person. She doesn't care about that stuff. But there was one Mother's Day, so went out and I got I call it an oversized coffee cup because it's what my wife loves coffee. So it was an oversized coffee cup.
Knew I like Jen for a reason.
And she'll tell you it's a soup cup or soup bowl type thing.
It's that big, huh?
And I got her peanut M&Ms.
Love it.
And a card. Yeah, I didn't hear the end of that for a little bit, because I go, and we got you a coffee cup. That's not a coffee cup. And we still have it up there. I think it's a Tweety bird.
So does she use it as like for decorations and stuff? Fill it with stuff then?
Oh no, it just sits in there. We have so many coffee cups.
I like coffee a lot, but I don't like cold coffee, so I use these Contigo things to keep them hot. I don't use regular cups of coffee. The only thing I use a regular cup of coffee for, just in full disclosure, is to heat it up when it gets cold. Not from this, but it's sitting in the pot, and I don't throw away coffee ever.
So, Ira, you just missed your chance. Remember, we're trying to get sponsors. You're supposed to go and go like this. Dr. Zevia.
I would be so honored, and trust me, anybody who knows me knows. Now the color changes, but the brand doesn't. I only use Contigo. So Contigo, if you are ever considering sponsoring a social media show, this is the one, bro, because you'll never see me like, I'll have 2 cameras on a bear strap and one of these in my hands. And even they make some coffee cups, not Contigo, but some other companies make coffee cups that are like camera lenses. They look like camera lenses. And it would be, for me, the most natural thing to have that. And I refuse to get one, not because they're expensive, although
I'm trying to see. Let me see the logo again. Throw that up there so I could. Yeah, that has to be the same one. Yep.
Yeah, it's Contigo, so it means go with you, basically, if you're translating it into English. Contigo means it's going.
Yeah, but I just tagged it. I was trying to tag it. I hope I did it right.
Yeah, Contigo is an amazing product. If you know, I've never heard of these
Yeah, I
things.
did.
It basically
Mhm.
keeps your coffee hot for about 8 hours, and it's supposed to keep your cold drinks cold for like 16 or 24 hours. I couldn't tell you because I've never in my life put anything cold in there. I only put in hot coffee, black, no sugar, no cream. Thank you very much. Just straight coffee. Love it. But it's gotta be hot. I do not like cold coffee. I don't like lukewarm coffee. I'm like the Bible. If it's lukewarm, I spew it from my mouth. So I don't obviously put metal cups in microwaves. That would be really dumb, and I'm not even I'm not dumb. So I use the regular coffee cups around here just to heat up my coffee. Only when it's not fresh and hot.
Well, that's what we have a bunch of coffee cups in there. I think the one that I use in the morning, but I usually put my I put fast fuel in there right now, and fast fuel is like some sort of ketone type thing or whatever. And I know
Okay,
I'm
because I was gonna say, if you're
but
drinking fuel in the morning, that's crazy. Because have you seen gas prices lately? Oh my god,
oh yeah, exactly. Thank you,
contigo,
Ryan, too. Thank you.
conmigo.
But
That's our Spanish lesson for the day.
I the two coffee cups usually that Jen and I use, she'll either use Catwoman or a coffee cup that was on Hawkeye. You know that Disney Plus series that came out, Hawkeye?
Sorry, man.
You might not. It's all
I
right.
do have Disney Plus in full
I know
disclosure.
you do, and I think we talked about Hawkeye. It was during Christmas. It was during
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
Oh, we did. Remind me.
Yeah,
Remind
it
me.
was the Hawkeye one with the arrows and stuff like that. But he was drinking from a coffee cup, and one of the scenes that said Thanos was right, and I got that coffee cup.
All
I had
right.
to go get it.
See,
So
I'm down. I'm down with that. Like I could see. I think it's because of our friendship,
mhm.
honestly. But I could see me getting interested in some of this stuff. Like I've watched some of these things. You've had me hooked on some of these things before. I can't remember what they are, but they were the Netflix shows, and I watched. Remember, and you're supposed to like watch them watch the season one of this show and then season one of that show, and see, you know what I mean. I think you were supposed to watch them in order to
Yep.
completely stay up. But who's the lawyer guy who also is kind of like Batman?
Oh, you're talking about Daredevil.
Yeah, Daredevil.
That's in
And I
Marvel.
like that one. I like that one a lot. And then
Yeah.
was trying to watch another one. He was a ninja guy with a white force thing.
Yep. And yes, we did, Jason.
Yes, and Jason, I got to get with Jason. I owe Jason some
A
work.
call sometime.
Well, that too, but I owe him actually work. He
Oh,
paid me for something I didn't finish, and I'm embarrassed to even admit it,
my
but it's
God,
true.
you're talking about transparency.
No, he paid me for something like last year, and I was going through some stuff, and I found a folder, and I was like, Jason, buddy, I owe you some work, dude. So we need to get on that.
What are
He
you
already
doing
paid.
back there?
He already paid.
He was the one that would come in here and substitute when you're not around.
Jason Ricks is gotta be like one of my. I mean, I just love the guy. Like I would do anything for that guy. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
I feel really bad. I mean, obviously you want to. Yeah, Iron Fist. That's the one.
Iron
Michael.
Fist is the other, but he's
So
with.
Iron Fist lost me. Again, it was kind of like Stranger Things for me. Not quite as bad, actually. I think I think the Iron Fist was better than Stranger Things in keeping me, but it became like too much. You know what I mean? Like in now again, I don't know the backstories of all this stuff. I'm just watching the show at face value because I'm not the nerdy. Like I'm nerdy for other reasons, but not for comic books,
I
right?
am
So I don't understand like how it all ties together. When you guys were trying to explain to me the multiverse,
the multiverse.
I
You're
don't know, like multi dimensions, and I get it because I understand that from video games, but I
right.
didn't understand multiverse. But now I do. Like that Batman 3 No Way Home. Not Batman 3, sorry. Spider-Man. Yeah. Just ignore what I say. But you know what I mean. Spider-Man.
No, I just I
I know, but I didn't watch the first two ones. Like there's so many different Spider-Man movies now. Like I didn't watch the first two of this latest thing, right?
and they're
But like,
coming out with another Spider-Man No Way Home is
is
going to
it?
be re-released in theaters
Well,
in
I
September.
really liked it. Can I just
But
say that
but it's
even
going to
though
have more. I'm telling you, it was supposed to have other things in there, and
and
I
they did it?
this and now they're putting them back in like more scenes for it. Like
Oh, So it's the same actors and everything?
Yeah.
Just an expanded version of it?
Yep.
Well, that's interesting. Well, anyways, like I remember watching, to me, when I think Spider-Man in the movie, I think Tobey Maguire.
Right.
I didn't know who the other dude was.
Andrew Garfield?
Yeah. I
Oh,
never watched those, like wherever those I never saw any of those. And this
right.
one, the younger one I saw from some of the what's the one with Captain America and all them get
Yeah,
together
Civil War. I
Civil
know.
War fight, right? So I'd seen him at least before, but I hadn't seen every. So anyway, so I'm watching the movie, and I didn't need all of the backstory because I knew who Doctor, the Brainiac guy,
Strange.
Strange. I'd seen him before in one of the other things, and like I knew the guy who flew, the bad guy who flew and threw the green things.
Green
Listen,
Goblin.
I'm not even being obtuse. I'm like, this is
Oh,
all.
I know.
And I recognize you know, it's funny. So you guys will laugh at this because everything in my family is a cartoon, right? Up to this point, like my kids are starting to get older, so now they're watching all these things, and I'm starting to learn more. But remember, The Incredibles?
Yeah.
And they got to fight that robot. He makes the like indestructible robot, and he ends up using itself to beat itself. But that hand. So Dr. Octopus or whatever his name is, Dr. Octo, whatever.
Dr. Octavius.
Yes. Okay. So he puts his hand up on the bridge in that movie, and I'm like, I recognize that because that's a proud moment for me. I thought it was going to be the robot from The Incredibles because that's how stupid I am. But anyways, and yeah, my kids did what you just did. They're like,
Right. I'm sure.
Dad, you are lame-o. Anyways, but
That's
then I
funny,
did
though.
recognize him because he was from the cartoons and stuff, right? Like that's an original character from long ago, right? Like
Right.
I did recognize him even though I couldn't remember kind of how. But was he in the first movie too? Did Tobey Maguire?
Tobey Maguire. No, he was in the second one.
But he was in one of the Tobys.
Yep.
So I had seen him before, anyways. But
Yep.
it's just
Yeah,
funny
he was in the
because
second one.
do you ever have that false bravado where like you think you have it?
And then you don't? Yes.
That was how I felt for that, though. I was like, I got this one, baby.
Yes, I get that a lot with my kids too, though.
Well,
But speaking of Incredibles, when the Incredibles came out, I remember, well, not when it came out. It was actually the trailer of it came out when Finding Nemo was out on. It wasn't DVD. It was VHS at the time. I think it was VHS or whatever. It could have been DVD. I don't remember. Sorry, but anyways, it came out at that time. And in the beginning, when you're watching Finding Nemo before it started, the trailer for The Incredibles came out, was on there. You know, coming in November or whatever it said on there. I got so many calls from my in-laws because when it showed him trying to put on the suit.
They were saying it was like you.
Yeah, and the thing like would shoot off or whatever.
Yeah,
and they were going.
I'm not tall enough. I don't have the chin line. I don't have the.
Well, I don't have the chin line, but
my family still refers to me as Mr. Incredible.
And that's
I can't be mad. I can't be mad at that one.
No, because it's I think it's every dad's.
Yeah, and my wife and I, we do this thing. My wife is very flexible, like she can bend and touch her toes and stuff. I can't. I could touch my toes if I like raise my legs up off.
We're trying to keep this PG. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that kind of.
I got you. Okay, right.
Anyway,
I got you.
We'll just get off of that subject. But she'll tell me sometimes you need to be more flexible, and I'll be like, I still got time, because he says that to Frozone when he's supposed to. He's out saving the world. He's supposed to be.
I know. I use that line too.
Yeah.
When my wife, we had 3 children. You know the story. My wife, we had the third one. My wife, I didn't want her going in for the C-section, or not the C-section, whatever it is to tie your tubes or whatever. Because
tie the tubes. Yeah.
Worse for the woman to do that. I go like, listen, I'll go do it. We had Sierra, and she goes, "Are you gonna make an appointment?" I go, "I got time," because you know the time frame,
the cycle. You got 6 weeks of weeks of no whoopies. Yeah.
Right. So I got time.
That's the hardest 6 weeks of my life. I've done it.
So my wife came back. It was like 3 months later. Sierra had her first checkup or one of her checkups.
Oh, and you still hadn't done it.
I didn't. And so she came back, and we were living in Tennessee at the time, Jonesboro, Tennessee. And she came back and she goes like this, hey, I go, how did everything go with the doctor? Because my office was in the basement, actually. Like when you drove in with the car, my office was right there in the basement because it was right underneath the house. That was almost more of a back cave than what it is here.
Yeah. I mean, we call it the Bat Cave because all the stuff that's in it, not
right. So she goes like this. I go, well, how did everything go with the doctor? She goes like this. Oh, Sierra was this percentile, this percent. I couldn't even remember the percentiles. I couldn't even go into that for you. She's this percentile. By the way, the doctor wanted to say congratulations. And I'm thinking like Sierra did something like great on the percentiles. And I'm trying to go through my mind going like this. Like, is there like an award? Like, did somebody mention it?
Oh, there's an award, but you don't get it because you didn't get your thing taken care of.
Right. Well, and then she goes like this. No, congratulations. We're pregnant again, and your appointment's next week. I go, well, listen, hold on a minute. I got time. Yeah, that didn't fly that time.
Oh, wait. So I didn't put all this together. Yeah.
So,
wow. So you were supposed to get taken care of, and you didn't. And you have what we call Irish twins where I'm from.
Correct. Yes, that's what Sierra is and Logan, Irish twins. So thanks, Tom. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Well, I have a bunch of kids that are like 18 to 24 months apart. So they're kind of there. Not exactly, but yeah.
Oh, no. They are Irish twins. And when they were younger, they were like thing one and thing two. They did everything together. And it's just the relationship they all had. Yeah. And I love the relationship, but me going to get after I got that done, and then I tried to be like not a superhero, but it didn't hurt in the beginning. I was resting on the recliner like the one day. I go, and my oldest daughter, she had a car wash thing with her. I think it was her softball team, and it was at one of my stores in Johnson City, Tennessee. So I was going there. I dropped her off. And I'm not supposed to be up. They do tell you to rest for a reason. Didn't really pay attention to that reason. But anyway, so I'm there and I walk around and I start feeling like a little, it wasn't a pain that doubled me over. It just was like somebody, almost like something kicked me, but just lightly or whatever. And maybe the start of it. Then I went, man, maybe I need to go home. And so I looked at Cass. I go, you're going to have to get a ride from somebody else. I got in the car. I got home. I think I stayed in my recliner with frozen peas and all sorts of other frozen things the whole time.
Your peas were frozen.
Yeah.
The peas in the bag were frozen.
Yep.
Everything was frozen. I got you.
Yep. So, and that was it. But the great thing about it, and I want to say the great thing, was Logan, my only son.
Yeah.
And that's why
he's 15. He's 15 now.
Yeah, he's 15. Oh, yeah. Yep. And
my baby just turned 8, by the way, so I'm feeling
it's like talking to a 40-year-old. Like I had to do some work today, so and that was funny. I had to go to and I know we're running short on time, so I'll tell this quick story.
Yeah, that's all right.
We're driving and we're talking, and he said that he would come with me. But some of the things that he comes up with, it's almost like I'm talking to somebody my age, like just like 40 years old. And it's like, he's not your typical kid. And that's what I love about him. And it was great, but he helped me a lot today. I had to get a bunch of things, get them shredded for the company, not necessarily for SEMA, but for the company, and got things done. And I was all sweaty, and I was wearing my SEMA t-shirt when I went into this place, and it was like I was drenched after I got done. But
that's interesting. You and I haven't actually talked about this before. So SEMA was bought out by Rent-A-Center officially.
Correct. Officially.
But you guys are still doing DBA as SEMA. I just assumed you were
Well,
walking around with Rent-A-Center
no,
stuff.
no. It's still, yeah, it's DBA as a SEMA.
Yeah.
I mean, Rent-A-Center owns SEMA.
Right. I mean, the parent company, and lots of people do that.
SEMA
Right?
is the lease to own option that goes into the different retail locations and stores and provides a payment option for the retailers. And by the way, since we're coming close to the end, and I guess I'll go first instead of yielding to Ira. If you need anybody in your retail space, whether you sell furniture, mattresses, electronics, jewelry, car audio, anything physical, hey, it could be fitness equipment, bicycles, whatever.
Yeah,
Give me a call.
Just think of something that's going to be about $1,000 or more usually, right? You're not talking about something that's $15 here.
Correct. And give me a call. Get your business set up, whether it be e-commerce or brick and mortar, and I'll get you set up. And,
Let me tell them 2 advantages why they want to do this.
oh, please do. I
2
love
advantages.
when people talk about it.
First of all, this will cost you, the business owner, and your business, you will have 0 out-of-pocket expenses. So it will not cost you anything.
Correct.
You will get paid right away, just like someone's processing a credit card.
Correct.
In fact, you won't have to pay the credit card processing fee, so you actually get the full sale amount. Unlike a layaway program of old, where you would have to take that item, stick it on the shelf, buy another one to replace on your shelf, and then wait for them to pay for however long, right? This just makes the whole process easier, and your clients will be happy. You've got people that would be window shoppers in your store that now can actually become buyers.
Yep.
And the only thing that changed was you allowed Joe to, set up his product as part of your payment strategy. It doesn't have to replace the people that have cash. Doesn't have to replace people that want to use a credit card. It's just another option for people who can't pay really any other way, and they turn from looky-loos into buyers. It's good for everybody. Anyways, no out-of-pocket expenses, and you make more sales at no extra cost. Boom.
I call it, and remember, all the opinions expressed on here are not of a SEMA and Rent-A-Center. It is of Joe.
That was my opinion and Joe's opinion, baby.
Right. So that's how come one of the things I talk about with my retailers, it's almost like a take it away layaway, a wear it away layaway.
100%. I call it the modern day layaway program. That's how I refer to it.
And especially if they pay it off in 90 days with the first early lease purchase option, you can't go wrong.
You're talking about the end user now. So just so everybody understands how this works, the end user does pay a little fee for the convenience, but it's just like paying your credit card financing fee or anything else. You're going to pay a little for that too. So, it's just another way to get what you want. And exactly. I think it's brilliant. And
well, Ira, tell us about you too, because now I hogged it up. So
I'm not worried about it, brother. Bowman Digital Media, what do? We're helping small business owners who are kind of living in obscurity online to increase their visibility and gain website traffic. How do we do it? We have 6 services. We offer social media management. We offer website development. So if you don't have a website, or your website is really bad and it needs to just be build a new one, we do that. We do graphic design. We do photography work. So we'll come out and take pictures. We do video work. So if you need videos, promotional videos, we create that or edit what you've got for you. And then probably most importantly, we also do search engine optimization to help you rank higher in the search engines. So all of that is just designed to increase your visibility so that we drive people to your website. Your website can then do what it does and help tell your story and build the case of why they should use you. And we do it at affordable prices, and we do it on month-to-month contracts. So you don't even have to be committed to the long term. You can try us out. If you don't like us, then you can find somebody else who might do it better for you. But most of our clients like us, people like Joe. So thankful for my clients.
Yep. And feel free to go to joethefinanceguy.com, because he took a website that I'm actually computer illiterate, and I thought I was doing great things when I got mine, and it was just a yellow and blue background. So somebody could go there to just get in touch with me. And then next thing you know, went to that other company that didn't do a great job, because I remember you looking at it. And this is even before you got into
Yeah.
Media.
Well, one of the biggest things I remember about that version of it was you had
You're not even in New York.
Yeah, it's like why are we advertising New York City here when you're in Indiana?
You're in Indianapolis. Why is that on there? And then when you got furloughed and you started with Bowman Digital Media, I was the first client. And did it, and you set joethefinanceguy.com up right. So I thank you very much. But with that, I want to go back to this.
Yeah, and let's tell everybody, okay? We're back Fridays, same time, same place, sort of next week. What we do is Joe and I alternate weeks. So next week will be on same time, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. However, it'll be on Ira's channel. So if you're looking for me, if you're over on Facebook, like Don, you got to go to Bowman Digital Media's page. I think, Joe, you do the same thing on Facebook. You're doing it on Joe the Finance Guy, right? Yep. So on Facebook, it's Joe the Finance Guy one week, and then Bowman Digital Media the next week, and we alternate. On YouTube, it's Joe the Finance Guy, or mine is actually Ira M. Bowman is my channel, right? And then on LinkedIn, it's either Joe or it's Ira. Although I think most of the time, either one of us comments at least on the other, so you can kind of find it that way. But if you're ever not sure where to go to find us, just send either of us a message, and we'll send you the link for that week. That's probably the safest thing. But
anyway. I got to mention this. Computer illiterate Round Lake alum. And I consider that I graduated from Round Lake, even though my senior year, my mother moved me. And I went down to Fort Myers, Florida for my senior year. And then I got back in time to see everybody graduate. But it is true, computer illiterate. I was trying to think, Don, what's the name of our computer teacher back then? Was it Mr. Waterman?
You had a computer teacher?
Yeah. Yes. We had a computer teacher.
Because you're older than I am, bro.
Not by much.
I know, but I didn't have a computer teacher.
Yeah, we did. I remember doing like Waterhouse.
Waterhouse, there you go.
I was close. Yeah. So
what did you say, Waterman?
I said Waterman or something like that. I was going to say Water Noose, but Water
I
Noose.
listen. I pay attention. I remember you saying something like Waterman. Okay.
Yeah, but Water Noose was from Monsters Inc. So
yeah, I was going to say that's a bad guy, right?
Yeah.
Water Noose isn't he the one? He's the one who runs the power plant, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, the power plant. But
look, ask me about the cartoons, bro. I'm here all day.
I know you are. But Mr. Waterhouse, I remember being in class, and I think we were doing, I don't know.
Apple IIe. I did have an Apple IIe. I did. Oregon Trail.
Oh, and
Oregon Trail was the Apple IIe game.
Yeah. But Don and one of my friends, Don's as well, Jim Kruko, Zdravko or Ziggy. I mean, they were a lot smarter at the computer stuff than I was. So I didn't care really that much about the computers, except playing video games, which we all did. And I think we need to go to Game World, if I'm right. That was the one that was in our area. Game World was that was huge back then. So, which is great.
I loved at the arcade itself. Mm-hmm. I loved Punch Out. It wasn't Mike Tyson's Punch Out, though. It was just Punch Out.
Right.
And then really liked Donkey Kong. Really liked there was a game called Commando. Do you remember that? There was like a little
Yeah.
And it had the Uzi thing on it, right? And then I also liked Tetris a lot, and I still like Tetris. And full disclosure, it's one of the only game apps that I have on my phone. And I just do it sometimes, like when I'm feeling like drained or I can't concentrate, I'll play a game of Tetris, and it helps fire my brain back up.
Oh my God. In the back cave, I'll go down there and I like I play Donkey Kong.
Oh yeah, Donkey Kong's fun.
Donkey Kong Jr. on the one arcade machine I got out there.
Oh,
and I got the old X-Men. Well, the guy made it for me, but the old X-Men one that had the four.
Yeah, four stations.
Yeah. Oh man, I love that one. But that's also in the back cave too.
I played that game for a while. Do you remember the race car game? I think it was just called Speedway. It was a pretty simple game.
No, Spy Hunt. No, it was a race car.
Yeah, it was a race.
Spy Hunter. Spy Hunter was pretty cool. I loved that.
Yeah, no, that was good. I forgot about that one, but that was good too. But this was just a race car game. It was a simple track at first, and then you had to qualify, and it would say "Prepare to qualify." Remember that?
Oh, wait a minute.
It
Yes.
was something simple. I think it was just called Speedway or something like that. But anyways,
Yeah.
I remember loving that game.
Yep. I do remember that.
I don't remember being great at it, but I remember loving it.
There was one other game and
Oh,
game that I really
Centipede,
liked.
dude. We can't forget Centipede. Oh my gosh.
See, he remembers it too. I just can't remember the name of
Yeah,
it.
what was it called? Do you remember, Don?
I
But
can't.
I used to play
liked the Star
Centipede.
Trek one. They had one that where you sat in and you were maneuvering the Enterprise and you were firing.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I do.
I remember an Enterprise game that I thought was kind of lame because the graphics were crap. And Star Trek stuff I really liked, but I mean the game that I remember playing was dumb. But you didn't sit in it and it didn't move.
Right. Well, other than that, Ira, I hope everybody has a happy Father's Day. I hope you.
Yeah, happy Father's Day to you, brother.
Yeah.
And to all the fathers out there watching, happy Father's Day.
Oh, he said finish. Can't remember. Finish line, maybe. I think it.
Maybe that might be it. I don't know. I wouldn't
could-
trust my memory on this stuff.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm not good. I'm not good at. Yeah, Centipede was one of my all-time favorites. Actually, if I had to pick one game, it would probably be Tetris or Centipede because I spent so many quarters on both those games.
Right.
But anyways, all right, brother.
Well, anyways, everybody have a happy Father's Day. If you're a father out there, happy Father's Day. Do something great this weekend. And
I am gonna watch Obi-Wan.
You're gonna watch Obi-Wan.
I'm gonna start it tonight.
All right. So Ira, I just want to make sure. What do I do first again? Do I do our outros and then the music, or
So if you're gonna do the video thing that you set up, yeah, you would do outros first and then music. Yeah, it's the reverse of the intro.
it's the reverse of the beginning? Happy Father's Day, Don. Thanks for being here, Don.
Later, everybody.
I got to catch up with Don at some point in time too, just to talk about old times. But let's go here. All right, here we go with the outros. See you later.
JoeTheFinanceGuy.com